Good evening, sir. Myself, Mr. Rohit Rajendra Gundecha. Sir, currently I'm living at Ahmednagar, Maharashtra. I have completed my secondary education and primary education and secondary education from Ahmednagar itself. Then later I moved to Pune for completing my graduation. I have completed my graduation in automobile engineering from the batch of 2015. I have passed out that batch from the 2015 batch. Then later, sir, I have studied for the competitive exams for the 6 months, 6 to 8 months. Then later I moved to the industrial career. Then I started working in automobile industry. There where I job I worked for 2.5 years. Then later I joined second automobile. I switched the my automobile industry and went work for the kinetic named industry in which I have completed my uh, career span for the 3.5 year. Then later I got the opportunity to work in testing field of the that same industry. So I work in that industry for the manual testing types
For how many years?
for 1.5 years, sir.
Okay, good enough. So, can you explain me about your project that you are working on?
Sorry, sir.
Can you just help me to understand what was your product actually? How did how did you wrote your test cases? Where you wrote it? How did you, execute your day-to-day activities?
Okay, sir. Actually, our product was the electric two-wheelers and three-wheelers in the automobile manufacturing industry. We are the OEM, original equipment manufacturer. So we are pro manufacturing the 2 to 3 types of products that comes to in the automobile industry. That's the electric vehicles, two-wheel battery operated vehicles. So these are all the products, sir.
Okay, fine. So, which tool did you use to write the test cases?
Sir, I am using Selenium ID tool, the Eclipse workspace.
I'm asking about which tool are you using to write your test cases?
Sir, I am using Excel sheet, then Jira tool for the same.
Okay, fine. Uh, what is Jira?
Jira is the sir software tool which is used for the structurize the manual testing cases that we have done through the test scenario. We have written that the test cases to take a follow up of that cases, the completion of that cases, finding any bugs and issues in that or error in that cases. So it is the complete structurized program or structurized scheduled um, uh, facility to provide the correct results to tester. What is the wrong and where is the good thing the got run.
Okay, so good enough. So can you just tell me about your strength and weaknesses?
Okay, sir. I have the strength of that capability to work in any under pressure situation. I am a honest person. I like to work with the technical team. I am also having what I can say potential that I can work under any senior or any junior with the help of that all the technical skills that I have.
Okay, and what is your weakness?
Weakness, first is the trust issue. So I have so little bit of trust issue. I get the trust easily with any of team member or any of person character. So this is the my strongest weak point I can say for that.
But
Apart from that,
being a tester, don't you think that it will lack? Because, for example, if you have a trust and your developer says that no, that this is not a bug, so how would you manage in those cases?
Right, sir. Sometimes I was facing issue, or I can say I am facing issue with that because I have that weakness with me. So sometimes I fail to trust, or I easily trust that developer is saying that you in your testing that is not the issue in our software. There is no issue. Then how could you say that there is issue? So somehow I managed to show to him that these are my test cases. These are my results. The actual result was this, and expected result should be this. So in that way, I just tell him.
Okay, fine. Good. So, a last question for that. Um, say you have, I have given you a lot of requirements in a day to complete. What would be a strategy to
Okay,
complete?
sir. Sir, basically, I will use the priority and severity strategy for the list of works that I have assigned to me. On the basis of that, I will schedule, or I will distribute my works by considering the severity of that bug, or severity of that issue, and priority of that issue. So,
Okay, good enough. So, Rohit, tell me about what is the difference between the SDLC and STLC model.
from the start, I can say SDLC's full form is itself software development lifecycle, and the STLC form is the software testing lifecycle. So basically, in software development lifecycle, we totally focus on developing the software. We focused on completing the each and every phases to develop a perfect software. And in apart from that, in STLC, we are totally focusing on testing the developed software, which was developed by development team, and all the persons in that team. So in software development life cycle, the phases that we have to gone through is the very rigid, and we have to complete each and every phase. After that, the phase of each input of the output of the each phase is input for the next phase. So with the help of that, we complete each and all the phases. So we get to know that the where our software progress is going ongoing. So where we are the build up in progress. Answer in software testing, we test the software in the mean of unit testing methodology, system testing methodology, architecture, integration testing methodology. So we get to know that where the developers are doing mistakes by intentionally or unintentionally with the help of that. So it is the process of software testing life cycle, in that life cycle.
Okay, good enough. So, can you tell me why it's a need to write these scenarios?
Sir, by writing the scenario, we get to know at the platform that what are the things that we have to test. With the help of test scenario, we get to know the total information that the what may be the bugs or errors that will have, or that maybe have the in that software or particular product or application. So there is the importance of that writing the test scenarios, and after that, to get to know the test cases, means how to test that thing. So we will go for that test cases. So it is basically, it is the important to write the test scenario for that.
Okay, what is the regression testing and retesting?
Regression testing is the testing that we conduct after debugging the issue of or debugging the software. The side effect of that debugs or bugs that we going to test in the regression testing. And in a retesting, what we do after completing all the software completion process, we test that software, that is the all the issues and bugs are totally eliminate or not. So it is the retesting procedure.
Okay, fine. So, suppose if I have given you a web page, okay,
Okay,
and it has, say, for example, a field called as enter your age, okay.
okay, sir.
So, what would be your input test data?
Input is my the sir integer. that is the constant value, so that I can say this the age is the constant. It will increase after some period of time. So it will be the integer.
Yeah, it will be the integer, but what was the test data? How would you calculate the test data?
Sir, I actually don't get that your question correctly.
So for example, I have given you the age field is there, okay?
Okay.
And what would be, how would you say that, whatever you have entered is correct or wrong? So what would be your test data in that perspective?
Data is the my date of birth, in which the month and sorry, the date, month and year will be included. So with the help of that, we can calculate the age of that since the current year and the birth year. So we can calculate the age of with the
For
help of that.
example, I have given you for entering that, and I say that, Rohit, tell me the field is working fine or not. So what you will enter, how much data you will enter, and say that okay, go on, that is working or it is not working. So how do you calculate that? With this set of inputs it will work, or for this set of input it will not work. So do you apply any technique or something?
Yes, I will apply, sir, if and else condition for that. So
Okay,
in yes, sir, I will apply that condition, if and else condition, for calculating the age. If in if condition, I will take the constant, that is the age, and print that age if it is true, and otherwise it false. Print not that age correctly.
fine. Rohit, say for example, I have given you one of the application to test.
Okay,
Okay.
sir.
For example, it is a Facebook application.
Which application, sir?
Facebook.
Okay, sir.
Tell me five basic scenarios that you will test.
Sir, for the Facebook application, my five basic scenarios will be: the first scenario will be the login button, that will function work functionally okay or not. Then second one is the my login id credential. Then next one is my password icon, that is the it will work fine or not. Then after that I can my fourth scenario will be the forget password criteria. Then next after that, after correct after inputting correct credential or invalid credential, I will go for that same. This will be my fifth criteria.
Okay. So considering the whole Facebook application, you will focus only and only on the login page, right?
Yes, sir. I'm only focused for the home page for these five test scenarios. Then later, after opening the home page, I can create more test scenarios with the help of other functions which we have provided in Facebook.
Okay. So you will not, test the other functionalities first, but you will focus only on login functionality, right?
Yes, sir. I will do for the smoke testing for that to check the
That
login function.
you have only five scenarios that you can test. So what for the whole application?
Okay.
So what would be your scenarios?
Whole application for that, I will check for the login. Then second, I will check for displaying post stories in my Facebook account. Then third one is the adding friends or giving a request, friend request to other members. Then fourth one is the I will check for the notifications pages that I have liked, that I have followed. Then fifth one is I will check for the logout functionality of that software. So I can do the end-to-end testing for Facebook application.
Okay, good enough. Fine. So, Rohit, last question from my side. Okay. Say, for example, I have uh, a bug task. Okay. and currently I'm not able to reproduce it, or it is with the, say for example, it is only happening in US time zone.
Okay.
So how would you test it?
Sir, I will use the type of testing that is named as a globalization software testing. With the help of that, I will check for the current time, current scenario for the case that you have received for the test. So with the help of that globalization type test, I will do the testing.
Yeah, but how exactly would you proceed? You will wait for the US time to come and
No,
then you
sir.
will start the testing?
No, sir. I will manage, or I will schedule my time same as the US timing, US based,
How?
US country based timing. With the help of that software that we have to test. So in that software, I will retime. I will rearrange my timing for the
How?
that in test settings, sir, time setting. By going to time setting, I
Do you
will,
have something like that that you can change your time?
sir, I will check for that application in that application.
No, you don't have in that application. So how would you proceed?
Sorry, sir, I am not aware about that.
Okay, no worries. That's totally fine. So, Rohit, I'm done from my side. You have any questions for me?
Sir, I have one question actually. That, sir, in the valid V model, we have started from requirement analysis. In from the, if we are talking about left side, that is the verification side. So we will start from the requirement analysis. Then, sir, second stage is the system design, right, sir? So why we are going to design the overall system of that software or that application? Why will not we going towards to start from the unit design or unit test, module design?
Correct. A good question, I would say. See, whenever you go to, see any unit or you go to see any architecture,
Okay,
okay,
sir.
what they show you first is how your building is gonna look like,
Okay, sir.
where it is placed, which is north, which is south, which amenities you have, right?
Right.
Then once they show you the amenities, then they will give you that what would be the wall size, which type of pipes they're using, what type of electrical things they're using. Are they gonna provide you the inverter, the RO filters, what are their water timings? Everything has been given.
Right,
And
sir.
later on, they shift to the unit, right? That your flat structure would be like this. You will be having your hall of so and so size, your bedroom of so and so size, your kitchen so and so size, right?
Okay, sir.
The same way, the software that we are building, we build from the bigger view to a smaller view. Okay, now for
Okay,
example,
sir.
if you just keep on designing only the logic or the login page, and we don't study about the whole structure, how we have to build the structure, it is very difficult, right?
Right, sir. Right, sir.
Instead of
Got
directly
it, sir.
going, then what would be our flat size? Uh, what type of flat we should keep, 3 BHK, 2 BHK. That would all idea would be how many acres of plot we have and how much that building will be, how much acres, for example, how many hectares of that building belongs to, how many square foot that building has, and according to that you can build your structures, right? So for
Right,
that,
sir. Right, sir.
you have the whole idea about the whole system, how it works, and then you will work on the sub modules. That
Okay, sir.
whenever our building starts, we don't start with directly going with the tiles.
Right, sir.
What
Right, sir.
we start with floors, slabs, then we start with walls, then we do
Okay,
the
sir.
purifying, then we start with the electrical, and at the end we give the touch up with the tiles and all. The
Right,
same
sir.
way, the V model majorly focuses on the requirement, and slowly we go with the system design, then we go to the integration design, and then the units.
Unit design. Right, sir.
Again,
Right, sir. Got it, sir. My concept is clear right now. Thank you, sir.
okay, good. Any other questions you have?
No, sir.
Okay. Thank you so much, Rohit, for joining this session. It
Thank you,
was
sir. Thank you so
really
much.
good having to interact with you. We'll get back with your feedback session.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your valuable time.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.